Hey there YouTube, NinjaNick333 here with Game 3 from this locals match of Piper Chaos versus Mermails. Now by this point, they were already waist deep into time. So apparently there's a new ruling that if you're in Game 3 and you're in time, if you start Game 3 in time, you do the 5 turns instead of just, first blood. So you do 5 turns, and then whoever has more life points at the end of the 5 turns wins. If they're still even, whoever has the most life points at the end of a turn wins, which is a little different than first blood. So you can like Solemn Warning and then do 4,000 damage and still win in the same turn. So basically Morris goes first, passes turn. So Alex summons his pike and sets cards and does shenanigans and just attacks right into a trag. Now Morris plays Kinkabayu and Alex is like, okay, why is he doing this? And it's a creature swap. So Alex is like, F no, I don't want this. So he Solemn Judgments that. Then Morris just goes right in and attacks with the trag. And Alex is like, okay, takes it. And then attacks with the Kinkabayu for I think another 400. Then end phase goes back to the hand, passes turn. Now again, this was like another 30-minute match. Everybody was upset because they wanted to just, get their winnings and leave. Especially since there was this massive snowstorm that was going on. So everybody wanted to get home. But these guys were just taking forever. They cracked me up. But Morris max C's on the Abyss Teus or whatever it's called. And Alex just starts plussing off of it and he gets a pike out. That pike's effect is going off. Gets another pike. Yep, and he gets that other pike and stuff. Searches Lindy with the first pike. He gets the second pike out with the ditch of the Abyss Gundy. And then I think that was it. I think he passed turn. Yeah, he searched his deck, and I think he didn't want to end up taking it or anything. But man, was this a really frickin' long match. I know by the end of it, all of us were tired. I know me and my friend Nico, I was paired against him last round. We got our whole match done within their game 1. And then we played a whole nother match, and we're done not even halfway through their game 2. And now you can see me trying to fix the camera from all the people that had been bumping into it while I wasn't watching. But Alex goes and he sets a monster and he makes my stroke because he definitely doesn't want any attacks going through with that Tragodia. Because Tragodia's, I think he's got 7 cards in hand, so he's just doing shenanigans. But Morris decides to 1-for-1 to get Mystic Piper, just so he can draw more cards to boost Trag even higher. And I think he actually was searching through his deck to find something. Probably Battle Fader, just because he was winning at this point and just wanted to stall for game. But he manages to top deck the Allure with the Piper, banishes Kinkabayu for the Piper, and then he goes double DD Crow to banish Alex's 2 Grave Gundies, which then gives him enough for a Pot of Avarice. So he manages to put the 5 monsters in his grave back into his deck, so that then he can shuffle and draw 2. Because, as we sometimes call it, the Pot of Broken. Because it really is. We can't have Pot of Greed, but we can have a card that's better than it. Okay. Morris spaces the back row, which ends up just being a Gozen match. Alex does a remark like it wasn't even going to help him anyway. Morris activates Dark Hole. Now, I was actually watching at this point, and I was really confused why he did the Dark Hole, but I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, Alex only has the one monster left, but then he gets the special off of Lindy now, and Morris gets to special summon Mechalord Emperor Weisel, which, because his monster was destroyed by a card effect, attacks into My Stroke, which is now down a material, sets a monster and sets a back row, and then says to Alex to pass that he passes turn. But then all of a sudden you see him like sweeping with the back row card, and then all of a sudden puts it back in his hand. I don't know why he did that. He can't do that, but it's not like it mattered anyway. I forgot what he set, but it was just like a bluff spell. So Alex goes Teus and gets Lindy and summons Lindy. Turns My Stroke into attack, and he's getting ready to try to push for game. But at this point, Morris even had said that he had a Gores in his hand, which of course you can't trust that he actually does have a Gores in hand. So Alex goes to attack to try to win, but there was actually a Gores. So there he got attacked by the Teus, so he has a 17 token. So I mean he could do another 100 by pushing the My Stroke through the token, but Alex is just I lost. Big Eye, take your Gores, Dark Hole, scoop. And I know he was pretty salty afterwards. He only got 2 packs for second and pulled a secret out of Abyss Rising, and it wasn't the Megalo he wanted. It was just a stupid Spellbook Tower. Morris didn't get anything great in there either, but whatever. It was a good game, and see you later, guys.